Hey, can you repeat this prayer with me? Here I am, Lord. I lay it all down at your feet, and I repent of every sin that I've committed knowingly and unknowingly. Father, I truly need you. So I confess with my mouth that Jesus is Lord, and I believe in my heart that you raised him from the dead that I may be saved. And Father, I ask God that you will fill me up as I empty myself, and I ask that you will show me your ways. In Jesus' name, amen.
Welcome back to the podcast. I am Mr. Mo.
And I'm Tiff.
Wow. Why the pause of hesitation?
Because I was laughing at you. You was like, I'm Mr. Moa.
I am Mr. Moa.
Moa.
That's from my Hawaiian people. Who go the extra mile to make sure things are done.
That's what it is. Okay.
Oh, man. It's been a journey.
Has it, though?
What you talking about? Like, when this dropped, school would have been in for about a good couple weeks now.
Oh.
Summer's over. You know what I'm saying? You're back to the, I was going to say the millstone. Back to the grind.
What you been saying? Back to the...
I was going to say back to the millstone.
Oh. What is that?
You know, this is what I'm saying back home. A lot has transpired since our last one we did, talking about when you called me Bob, which was different. I've been healed from that and made whole, so thank God for that.
Excellent.
I did a review.
You did a review.
That was awesome.
It was awesome. People are wanting that cheesesteak.
Really?
Really?
Interesting.
And one of my coworkers want me to bring him a cheesesteak.
Nah, you can go get it yourself.
It's the pastor, babe.
You can go get it yourself.
He said, I need that cheesesteak. Said, but it took 20 minutes to get that review. I said, because we had to sit there, so you had to sit too.
You know what I'm saying? But how are you feeling being back in a new year, new you, old settings with just a few?
Look at you. At first I was bummed, right? Because I was like, man.
You said bum as a bomb.
Bummed.
Okay.
Because we had started doing this thing, right? Where like you call me and then we just on the phone listen to each other breathe sometimes.
What's throwback? What's a throwback? That's how it all started.
So I had got used to that. And we talked a little bit, but most of the time it was breathing. So then I was like, man, this is gonna suck. But then I realized like, oh, I'm planning. And then I realized like my planning kind of coincides when you are running errands for the business.
Yeah, if they give me the list the first time.
You ain't got to keep going back out. So when you're doing your multiple lists,
no,
I still can get in at least 10, 15 minutes. At least. So that's exciting. And it may not be every day, but I can at least say, hey, babe, or text versus having to wait to the end of the day. Because then the end of the day just be gone. So it does give us that time. So that was my highlight. It's just realizing like, still make the phone call.
Yeah, I guess this year is not as demanding as the other years, you would say?
Yeah. Yeah, for the most part. Because everything is laid out. It's new content. Well, not... same
It's crazy.
content.
You say content, I always go to YouTube or social media, but
same subject matter.
No, you good.
Okay.
Because I got to get used to it.
Yeah. So same
Y'all
content.
don't know content because they don't use social media. You punks? No.
Oh my hey.
I'm just joshing or jimmying.
But same content, different format.
Right.
The format has been given to me, so it's less demanding in, I guess, my planning part of it.
Got you.
So that has made it kind of, I think this is the first year where I went in where I haven't been like a madhouse. Now, first day, that was a lot for me. Because it was like, got to get the little one to school, beat the traffic, get the big one in, get myself in, make breakfast because they didn't want to eat breakfast at school on the first day. So that was a whole lot. And so I had to talk myself, okay, I'm cooking breakfast this one day. It's not every day. So that's the thing that...
That's why you got to make stuff that they don't like.
Well, no, they eat breakfast. I cook for them every year for the first day.
Bless their heart.
I know, bless their heart.
Some people have all the good things.
They do. So I just had to figure out a strategy because she was like, I don't like this version.
Yeah, it was horrible. I think because we had just got off, the hiatus of, summer. You're enjoying each other. You're looking in each other's eyes. You're just enjoying the presence of being around each other, taking advantage of that. And, then all of a sudden it was like a switch. I don't like that.
You did. And you told me I don't like it. And I was like, babe, let me just get through today. But then after that, I was able to devise a plan. You helped me devise that plan, actually.
Because I didn't like that.
So, the rest of the week went by cool. Students are students. I mean, adults are adults. It's just, I think the new part of me is just going in with a different mindset and knowing just to not entertain every single thing.
Yeah, because what you entertain, it'll train you.
We'll train.
We'll train you for sure.
So
any expectations of this year, or you're just gonna, as most people say, I'm just gonna wing it?
I mean, I'm technically winging it. It's new, it's a new layout. It's a new format. So it is winging it for like the first few weeks. So I just get comfortable and get in a good groove of how I'm going to adjust to it. And then I have 4 different adults that I'm working with, which is new. I'm used to working.
Better though.
I can neither confirm or deny.
Okay, let's do it this way. If you had 4 eggs and you had to crack one, that's not. So you got new people.
I have new people, and I have new people that I don't think have taught the content.
It happens.
So, but I got one that is very eager because that was the college major. So that's a good thing. And then I have one that's just eager to be teaching the subject. And then the other one is a para, which I've never had having a para. So one of my students has a one-on-one para.
Wow.
So in that one class, it's 3 adults, which makes it easy for extra eyes. But I'm just gonna see how it plays out.
All right, well, we're gonna keep you in prayer. All the teachers out there, man, I really appreciate y'all. I don't think y'all showed me a lot of love when I was in school. But,
that's sad.
I'm from a different part of the world, so I can't stand school. So although I love learning, isn't that crazy?
No,
can't stand school, but I love learning. Like, I absolutely love learning new things.
But that's the thing. That's why I always tell you, like, hey, babe, I love learning. I know you say, well, man, you love going to school. I'm in love with the fact of learning new things.
Like, I love learning outside of school.
Yeah, you learn outside of school.
Like, I'm the smartest outside of school. Like, sometimes I look at the people in school like, you really don't see the difference in this? Like,
yeah,
I feel supreme.
Because you don't have somebody standing over you breathing down your neck.
I mean, I love learning.
I know.
I love learning with a warden over my back.
That's part right there.
Other than that, so, just to catch people up, let people know what's going on.
How do you feel about me being back, though?
Hate it. All right, let's move forward.
Hate it.
It's one of those things where you can never get used to, wife in 9 to 5.
I know.
Now I'll be lying if I say, "Oh yeah, I'm cool, I'm fine with it." Yeah, to me, I don't love you. It's like, you want your wife to go.
I was about to say, last of me, come here.
It's like into the hands of another place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My thing is not for you to get used up, and then over the years, I've seen teachers become so burned out, in that career and in that whole thing. Mm-hmm. And it definitely takes a heart to teach because these students nowadays, I have a few nephews I want to put hands and feet on. So I know for a fact that,
some days, hands and feet. But then I just remind myself, okay, they're doing what the parents taught them.
Well, that's
a whole nother thing. But yeah.
So,
what we talking about today, babe?
Today we are actually talking about. I watch Belief and was it Yvette?
This is Melanin.
My bad. Yeah, them. How married are you?
How married are you?
Their podcast, and they were reacting to a young lady, and I think something came across her page where the question was asked: are we gatekeeping the happiness within our marriage? Or so I'm paraphrasing. I want to say that's not what she said. Whatever. I ain't said limo. So are we gatekeeping our happiness? And what's up?
Okay. 4.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you.
So, and I'm going to play the response. So that's why I had you put the ears on. So we're going to watch it. I'm also going to have our editor put it on. He going to do his thing. I know who his mama is, so. But, and I thought it was interesting, and it got me thinking. You really don't hear a lot about happy marriages.
I think I saw that. Did I send it to you?
Oh no, you ain't sent it to me. You're not really into this type of stuff.
Don't do that.
Okay, let's watch this video.
One was asking if happily married women are gatekeeping their happiness. As a happily married woman, the answer is absolutely yes. And I'll tell you why. A lot of times when we try to say things like we have a good husband, we have a husband that doesn't cheat, we have a good man, there's always going to be someone saying, oh, enjoy it for now. It's not going to last. There's always someone that's going to try and come rain on your parade. And that gets old pretty quick. I personally like to share things to encourage other women because there is so much negativity, especially on social media, a lot of man hating. I like to share my perspective because it's like, girl, not all men are like this. Not all men are crazy. Not all men are cheaters. But when you try to share, it's like people don't want to hear the happy. They don't want to hear the positive. They want to hear all the negatives. Yes, happily married women, a lot of times we're out there. We might not be very vocal because people always are so negative. And think about why it's so easy to always believe the negative versus the positive. Like, we could have 10 women come out and say all men are cheaters, and everybody's like, yeah, I agree with that. 100 women come out and say, I have a good man, I know he's not cheating. And people are like, are you sure? Are you sure about that? How do you know that? So I guess my point is, like, just because you might not see a lot of happily married women sharing about their relationships, that does not mean that they don't exist. Most of the time, we decide not to talk about our relationships or share anything about our relationships because we're just tired of the negativity. It's like we have to convince people that we're happy, and it's like, why bother? Why just be happy in obscurity?
That's that. Whoa.
You know, so I thought it was interesting. I was like, are me and my wife gatekeeping out this mug?
I do.
Wow. Wow. Listen, ladies, this podcast is over. Obviously, we're gatekeeping.
I'm just saying.
Why, though? Like...
And it's to a certain extent because, like, I felt all of that. And I guess, and I'm gonna back up a little bit because I've been in a situation where, men, dogs, ain't no good men out here. Like, I was once there, but then when you see that there are. And it ain't all, I can't say it ain't all men that aren't like that. The men that we were chasing after, they weren't chasing us. The ones that we were chasing after were the ones that were no good because that's what we were attracted to. Mm-hmm. So now that I'm married, and I married a amazing, like, phenomenal, top-notch husband of the...
whatever.
That part right there.
Keep living.
Keep a living. But nobody said that you're perfect. Nobody said that we don't have issues that may arise. But at the same time, you get tired of hearing, oh, it'll happen. Well, how you know he ain't gonna? That's what you think. You get tired of hearing that. And so I always, if I am sharing something about you, because this is one, when men get sick, they just lay down and they act like babies. They be whining and they want you to take care of them. And I'm like, no. Men don't clean. Men don't cook. And I'm like, So I always have to preface it like this. My husband's a little bit different.
I'm a lot bit different.
A lot of bit different. My husband is one, I'm going to say one in a million.
Mama said there's 1%ers out there.
Okay. He's a part of the 1%ers. Like, you're part of the 1%ers because you cook, you clean, you will do the girl's hair if you had to, because you have before. You've homeschooled. You've been a stay-at-home dad. You do everything. When you sick, you get up and move around and you drink green tea and go on about your business.
There's myself back to help.
Like, so you know how you be like, do I say it?
Question.
No, it's not. You know how you like ponder through your mind, like, do I say that? Do I? But I've just learned that with certain people, I don't share every single thing that's going on in our marriage because they look to, well, here's the negative part of that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But then I can look like, no, my husband's good. Rev's good. Dad is good. Papa. Like, I look at the men that are in our circle and I'm like, these are good husbands. I don't know what they did in the past to become the person that they are. But at the same time, you get tired of hearing the negative behind things.
I mean, but you gotta understand too that this whole world, the lie sounds better than the truth.
Oh yeah.
You know, the lemon or the
I was like, what is that? That's our doorbell.
I don't know. I thought Jay was supposed to be watching. Jay!
He didn't even know it was the doorbell. Son. I bet $5 he's streaming.
Who?
Son.
It's about bust up in his.
Yeah.
Ronnie's outside.
Yeah, I told you. $5. You want $5?
Bring back.
We did. You do it to me all the time.
And when you say, "Babe, we ain't back," what happens? Exactly.
We ain't back.
Okay.
He fired. Okay, you ready?
What's up,
Hey, come on, man.
Yeah.
No, you good. Jay,
You good?
come move my stuff from over there so he can pull that
Sure.
table.
We just in the middle of shooting this podcast real quick. Just had a special guest walk in, y'all.
Special guest.
I told you we usually do this.
For the Made Over the Over podcast. Special guest. Make sure that if you have not subscribed to the Over podcast, that you make sure that you do that. It is all tied up into the Made Over channel. So if you're watching Mo and Tiff, you can also watch the Over podcast. And don't forget that Mo Epic Gaming channel is on the way.
J-Dub hates hearing that.
Yeah. Well, you better get on back.
He's my only hater I got, so.
He'll be all right.
Right. And he's off. Right, man? Yes,
Go ahead.
But I think people love hearing, I don't know what it is, negative. And I think we're a negative-driven society. I won't say culture. I won't say society. Because to say good things, you'll probably get like 2 likes.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But if I'm like, hey, yo, look, me and my wife just got divorced. Forget her. I'm over here drinking. Yeah, you'll get a bunch of that's viral. You on all platforms.
You done went viral.
You know what I'm saying? I'm out here now. Who ready?
Not Mr. Mo.
Who's trying to be made over? Nah. And I think, but I believe if we as married people, like me, I don't mind bragging about you because I'm not a person who's easily swayed by people's thoughts and opinions. I got few people in my circle that when they say something is golden.
Right.
Anything outside of that, I'm just like, you bored.
Definitely bored.
You ain't got nothing else to do.
Right.
But, misery love company.
Yeah. But the other part of that, though, babe, is that when you know that people are unhappy in their marriage, like for me, I have to be mindful of how much I pump up the fact that, when we have issues, we know how to work through them.
Yeah.
Or when, one of my coworkers was like, my husband and I, and I'm like, I was like, I got in trouble too. I got in trouble about, the way I spoke. And I was like,
somebody love about that?
Yeah, I did. I mean, because what they have to know is, I don't want people to think like, oh, well, Tiff and Mo, they perfect. They got it all together.
Oh, trust.
We don't.
Trust.
So in that, I have to also be mindful of if I pump up or talk about the goodness of our marriage too much, I don't want to cause somebody else to stumble and fall because now they're jealous.
Why would they be stumbling?
Now they're envious. Because, that becomes some of the thing like, oh, I worship the fact that I wish I was. No, don't wish that. No, you can do the same thing.
But still, when I look at mom and dad, I'm like, and they both brag on each other.
Yeah.
I'm
definitely.
Talking heavy. That's what I'm like. That's what I be on.
Yeah.
JR and Bonnie brag on each other.
Yeah.
Heavy. I mean, good and bad.
And do.
And that's what we see. And it's what's working for them. And it's like, you can't, there is no perfect anything on this world right now. There's nobody perfect. So it's automatically going to be flaws in it.
Right. And I think that's the part where people don't get. People will overlook the fact that I say, hey, they're flaws. All they know is Mo drops Tiff off. Mo does this. Mo does that. They're doing a podcast together. So they don't see the other side, or they think we pump faking when we say, no, we really be going through some stuff. We just had to learn how to work it out the right way.
Yeah, it's conversations. But I thought about this the other day because when I was watching this, I said to myself, in the beginning of any relationship, think about it. You're focused on the love part.
Right.
You focus on the touch part. We'll say touch for right now because we have kids watching. Touch part, like the affection.
Right, affection.
Physical part.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But after that's done and over with, you got to understand you're still in the learning process.
Yes.
You got in order for you to learn something, you have to go through some stuff.
Yeah.
Even in school, you don't walk in school the smartest person in the world, do you?
You can pretend.
So how do you expect to walk into a relationship the smartest person in your relationship? Y'all are two strangers.
You're not smart.
And it's just I think people, when they do get together, and I think they get together off of, I would say
physical,
definitely. I was going to say basically just wrong intentions, period.
Yeah, that's probably most of it. Physical and the sense of loneliness. So because they're lonely, they look for the physical and they go for the first thing that's there. Because think about where we were.
What you talking about?
No, I'm saying in general, when we were of the world, we were looking for somebody to fill the void. Okay, I don't want to be by myself because. But I don't think
you got to think about the people we look for to fill our void, though.
That's what I'm saying.
We look for what was common to us.
If
I'm in the hood, guess what?
I'm finna get a hood chick or a hood dude. That's what I'm saying. That's the loneliness. So we look for the physical. That's what I'm saying. Not us, me and you. What I mean.
I'm trying to figure out why y'all like bad guys though. That could be another topic. So,
the same reason why you like a girl that got a little roughness to her, just a little rough around the edges.
And we can hold on at another time. But I think that it has to come to a point where examples have to be up because you have our children watching it.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And I don't want them to think that there is no good men out here.
Right.
When it comes to my daughters, they know dad is going to open the door.
Dad's going to open the door.
If you touch that door, it's going to be some correction.
It's going to be ooh.
You better not open that door.
Remember when Mo Sister 1 touched that door on first day? Ooh.
She said, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I said,
I've been doing it all day. I wonder who said that. Their mama said that. But I'm teaching them, this is what a man does. Anything less than what your dad do for you, don't go for it.
Don't go for it. And then I back them up and I say, hey, do you see daddy doing this with mommy? Or do you see mommy doing this with daddy? Of course, there are things that I'm still working on and working through, but at the end of the day, this is how daddy treats mommy. This is how mommy treats daddy. This is what you should do.
Yeah.
And then I even go a step further. You see how your brother is supposed to be doing X, Y, and Z? Okay, now this is what you should expect out of a young man.
Mm-hmm.
Because, unfortunately, we're creeping up on that. But still.
I know. Keep it in prayer. I'm in my prayer closet on that one, which is my truck. But a prayer closet on wheels now, boy. But I think people gatekeep. Talking about basically, do we gatekeep our happiness? I don't. I don't feel the need to, because that's like putting on a diamond and covering it.
That's true. I got you.
Why would I put a diamond on if I'm gonna cover it up?
Yeah.
It's like, why would I always tell my son, when we get a fresh cut, would you get a fresh cut on and then put a hat on?
He do every time. Every time.
Right? To me, you show off what you're proud of. You show off what you love. You show off what your intentions is.
Yeah.
That's why I care less of what anybody think about as far as us and our relationship. Anybody outside of this, especially social media, people just want to talk about it anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good, baby.
But I'm never moved by, it was a time I was swayed by other people's opinions and different other stuff like that. And I always talk about it. It had me to the brink of suicide. So now I'm like, okay, if I live for their cheers, I'll die by their boobs.
Right. Yeah. And that's why I'm mindful to an extent of what I do share. But then when I do share about hey, because people sometimes genuinely want to know, well, how did y'all do X, Y, and Z? Because I had to learn how to get out of my stubbornness, stop being selfish. I was the only child. I didn't care what nobody said. I had to learn how to do those things. So this is why we're like that. Talking about the things of people saying, oh, well, my husband don't do this. Okay, well, let me tell you, or I'll see if my husband is willing to kind of share with your husband on how to get around. And a lot of times people won't take me up on offers because I'm like, they're scared.
That's what it is. You scared.
You scared. Say you scared.
You need to be at church because you scared.
So sad. But a lot of times that's what it is. And, sometimes it's like when you got something new, I've just kind of learned just over time. And I'll even say this, and this is what I was kind of pausing last time, is just how to word it. But even with my parents, there's certain things I don't share with them that we do because I know at some point it was like, ooh, well, when I was that old or young, rather, I wish I had that same thing that my child has now. So I'm just mindful of how I word things to people when I want to get an example.
Gotcha.
And so that's why I said, yes, I gatekeep to some extent, but people know hey, I'm in it because I'm happy. And I tell them this, yo, me and, depending on who I'm talking to, me and Mo, I said Mo. I ain't say Bob this time. But I let people know that, hey, yes, some people you can't tell your whole life history to, but the reason that we are where we are is because we started out as friends.
Oh, yeah.
And as friends, yes, I disclose every single thing to you.
We started out as untouchable friends.
Untouchable friends.
Which means long distance.
Long distance. Untouchable friends for 6 years.
It's a long time.
And you mad about that. Didn't they just talk about the bitterness in your heart
That's
today?
been gone. I said yes. To the dress and everything.
To the dress, not to the dress. I'm done. But that's why, and I explain to people, we didn't just get here because people look at, oh, y'all just been married for X. No. You got to go back to 2006.
And trying to discredit us?
Because I'm so we were thick friends, like maple syrup, sap, tree sap coming down. Like that was the thing. And so I always have to make sure I go back and I preface people like, hey, I understand that you're going through this in your marriage, but let me tell you, this is why we overcome this thing.
Yeah.
Because it started out as we were heavy friends. Mm-hmm. And so as heavy friends, we've learned, like you said, we grow and we change. We've learned how much we've grown and we've changed.
Yeah.
So just in the mindfulness of, hey, there's barriers and boundaries to the gatekeeping. So you can peek through the gate, but I may not give you all of the tea. You can see the mansion on the other side. Mm-hmm. But I'm learning that everyone is not privy of exactly what is going on the inside, because that also leaves way to, you know, that opening of doors and having people to tiptoe in when where they don't need to be. I'll put it that way.
Explain that. Because I guess I'm like this. Look.
Drinking and drinking.
If you want to learn something, I'm okay sharing. That's me. And that's from the standpoint of, because I know us as men, like, if we don't feel like we're heard in our marriage, we'll shut down.
Right.
It's a lot of things we'll do that we'll just cancel out. And, you know, and women are so, you know, gotta be mindful when I say this.
No, just say it.
Nah, if I say it how I won't say it, then it's gonna be a girl fight.
Okay, you want to whisper it to me, then I say it.
I'm gonna say it.
Say it.
I'm just gonna use wisdom when I say it.
Right.
All right. Women are more prone to be
emotional.
Of course, emotional. But when they have a task, they won't stop that task to check on. I'm not saying all women now. That's not me. I check on my husband. But what I'm saying is they'll be, you know, goal oriented, task manager type work.
They zoned in.
Yeah, like I'm going to the grocery store today. My husband, I get to you when I get finished with the grocery store. Then I'm gonna go here. Then I'm gonna go here. Then I'm gonna go here.
The priorities are in that line.
Yeah, you know. Most men, I'm telling you now, most good men. Okay, let me talk about me. Me, how I think when I get up in the morning, I'm always thinking about, first thing, I'm consulting and I'm meditating on prayer right now. First thing I do when I open up my eyes. Because without those instructions, I suck. I'm horrible. Yeah. I'm trash. If I
he just call himself trash. He did.
Keep his butt.
Yeah.
If I hit, and I've done this, when I hit the floor without speaking or talking to God, my day go different.
It's a whole hot mess.
Like if I don't start with him, conversations on what I should do, then I'm trash.
Yeah.
Because I have nothing to monitor, like...
You got a checklist to check up against.
No, I have nothing to follow.
That too.
Then I'm just going off pure emotions. So I'm following nothing but my emotions. And men and our emotions is a dangerous thing. When I tell you, dangerous thing. We are trash in our emotions due to the fact that we're so much of a problem solver. The problem could be solved. We'll think of something else to solve that problem with that's already been solved, even though it's been solved already.
Or even though you weren't meant to solve it.
Yeah, it's not even in your hands.
Right.
But for some reason, you get on a plane to go to Africa to rescue a kangaroo.
Not the
your
kangaroo.
Wife at home struggling.
Oh.
No, but when I get up in the morning, I'm always consulting as far as make sure I'm talking to God. Because if I don't hear from here, like I said, I'm nothing. So my next thing is I will touch my wife because she's usually asleep. I'm up at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. in the morning. So I'm usually laying hands on her before I go. because I don't want to leave her out there uncovered. Mm-hmm. And then I hit the ground. Mm-hmm. But most women, their thing is, I got to get up, I got to get the kids, I got to get this and this, this. Like, it's a whole laundry list.
And the husband's at the bottom of the equation.
And the husband's at the bottom of the equation. Yeah. When the husband's supposed to be at the top. Literally, think about the husband is supposed to be right up under God.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think in the beginning, we didn't know that.
Yeah, we didn't know that at all.
We were all taught, you better not.
And take care of your kids.
Take care of your kids. Don't you ever take care, We were taught.
You put no woman in front of her. You put no dude.
You know what I'm saying? We were never taught. We were never taught how to be husbands. We were never even taught how to be boyfriends.
Definitely. Or girlfriends either.
But we were taught, if you have a kid, you take care of that kid.
Take care of your kid.
Automatically, we taught to be parents.
That's right.
We taught to be parents. Yeah. I'm not taking care of that kid. Bring the kid over here.
Right. Give me the kid. The kid.
But it's as men, we've had a lot of lack. And I think the conversation of gatekeeping, you'll never hear another man. Well, I've never heard another man say, if he's talking about his shorty or his wife, you know what I'm saying? No other man would say, man, it ain't gonna last. I don't know too many men that do that.
It's these women. Us as women, we say that.
I believe because...
But it's because, like you said, we aren't taught order.
But I think they're broken too, though.
That too. Because the funny thing is, like, you do all that to me. I think we both be like trying to figure out like where to touch each other at. Because like sometimes like your hand will be in the way, and then you trying to touch me, and I'm trying to feel, and like this is us at night.
Trying to freak
throughout the.
Trying to get that touch back. Lord, Jesus touch it.
He's right there. All right. Or like when you do get out the bed, and I realize like, dang it, that was the door. And I'm like, okay, God, like I gotta get my quick prayer in before I hit a truck pulling out the driveway. Mm-hmm. So it's the thing of also wanting to learn. And then this is the part of, like you said, where the gatekeeping, where I have learned to be, I'm probably a little bit more vocal than I was before about like our relationship and our marriage and how do we get through, because people now ask, well, how do y'all do that with the kids? Or I saw how y'all kind of maneuver with the kids. Or I'll say, well, I do this. And then if the girls don't do this, then I ask Mo to step in, or Mo will say, babe, I'm going to take it from here.
Yeah.
And so I give people.
Like Stop.
So I've learned to, one, take a step back.
Yeah.
And allow that fatherly figure to intervene and have the voice that me as the mom might not necessarily have, because tone is one of those things I'm working on. So it's, if I go here because I'm frustrated, I know I'm
say that you're working on. You're getting better.
Getting better at it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm getting better at it.
You gotta use these words of progression.
Okay. I'm getting better.
I'm working on, working on, working on. I'm getting better. Means you're increasing. Working on is kind of like, I'm working on it.
I'm working on it.
I just told you I'm working on it. See, that's the tone I'm talking about. I need you to get better, dog.
Oh. Well, I'm getting better, and I'm being more mindful.
Yeah.
Being more mindful of, like this morning with the whole thing. But then I had to go back and I had to say, hey, look, I'm telling you to do this because mommy also has to do the same thing. So together, mommy will work on her stuff while you all work on your stuff. And we come up with a plan. Same thing I did with son too last week. Mm-hmm. Is, hey, I'm calling you out because I had to call myself out. And that's how in a marriage we work, because you give me tips that you've used, mm-hmm. I implement them. But the moment that I don't implement them, the moment I don't grow and I don't learn. So then, when you hear people say things, I think a lot of the gatekeeping comes because you wrong, or you haven't been like as model of a wife as you should be. So sometimes we could be gatekeeping because we know we not really up to par.
So we unsure.
So we may be unsure of exactly where we are, but that's why we do temperature checks. Like we do, me and you do temperature checks. And so I think at the end of the day, when it all comes down to it, yes, be mindful of how much you share. Because everyone does not know how to take everything that you say. They don't, you know how like it's just certain people you can't tell them every single thing. You can get them tidbits because they can't receive it, or they're incapable or ignorant to how to receive what you're putting out.
Well, the Bible says a fool utters everything out of
right.
his mind, you know.
So that's why I said to a certain extent, yes, I gatekeep. And then in some areas it's like, hey, this is what we do and this works. You could try it. I don't know if it's gonna work, but give it a try. But at the end of the day, yes, my husband, he cooks, he cleans, he does all the things.
I whoop kids. I know.
He whooped the kids.
I whoop your kid.
He does all the discipline because my discipline sucks. He does all the rewards.
No, I wouldn't say all that, though.
Huh?
No, you being too hard on yourself.
Your discipline. No, your discipline. Okay. My discipline sucks because it lacks creativity.
Like you make it seem like you just around here beating kids with.
No, I ain't beating. No, we don't beat kids.
That's what I'm saying.
When I say discipline, your creativity and discipline, mine lack creativity. You know, like I'm gonna just take this.
You gotta give people some context.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
Okay, let's use sun. I like using sun. Okay, so I'm just gonna take the whole PC out the room. You like, nah, let's give him the PC back and let's see what he do with it. Or I'd be like, okay, let's separate them. You be like, nah, let's go to Goodwill and get a supersized shirt and put both of them in the shirt together. And wherever one goes, the other one have to go. Like that's some diabolical type stuff.
I love it. I would.
Yo, my creativity, like, yo, I'm just trying to process this thing. Just go to your room. Give me just let me think through it.
I watch a lot of my wife and kids. I watch a lot of them, and that's one of my greatest.
You off the cuff though, babe.
Because
I'm like, let me take the hinges off your door. You like, no, don't take the hinges off. Let him crack the door, and I'm just busting there and be like, hey, yo, get up.
Like, I'm that guy to be like,
and that worked this morning, by the way.
I tell my kid, well, my daughters, I always tell them like, look, if I have to say anything, I will strip your room bare. TV, all you won't have, like I will strip your. I think the thing is they know that I will. I'm not like you do a lot of talking, like
yeah. But that's why I say mine suck because you
gotta stop pump faking.
Yeah.
You want to get right? I'm about to whoop you.
I'm about to whoop you. About to whoop
me.
Nobody.
I'm like, hey, go and get to your room. Stop playing around me. I ain't about to. I done did it. If you do it again, it's gonna be some more after that.
Yo, this is the insight. This is why you see. Like, so that's what I don't
pump it because my mom used to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna whoop the black off of you. No, you're not. I'm gonna knock you in the next week.
Can't do it.
That's impossible. First off, that's a wolf ticket.
Oh my goodness!
I don't sell wolf tickets. I sell actual tickets. Come to the game.
But that's why
I'll give you a replay if you want to.
But that's what I mean. Yours. Mine lacks creativity. It sucks.
It's not that it sucks. It's that you're a pump faker. They done learned your move.
They done learned my move. She's not gonna do it.
You kids know when I say something, I'm gonna do it.
So now it's like, hey, I'm talking to you calm. I'm not fussing. I'm not yelling. But I'm letting you know I'm frustrated because I've asked you multiple times about the room. So this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna come home. You're gonna do X, Y, and Z. And then if you don't do it, I'm going to let daddy know what we've already said. And they pinky promise. That's daddy's thing. I had to learn to implement it. Once they pinky promise and you don't follow through, I'm going to go get daddy. The room is getting clean. Yes. But this is the stuff that we do. This is how
you create systems within your home. That's all it is. You know, like me, I go with what works. Mm-hmm. Due to the fact is growing up as a kid, a male young boy whose father really wasn't in the home. Mm-hmm. I knew my mom's pump faking, and then I knew she wasn't.
Yeah. Same. Same, because you're a male and I'm a female, but I grew up for the most part where my mom was the disciplinarian. And that in its own, I think too, why we have a lot that we share. And as I said, to a certain extent, we do share. We really not gatekeeping because we do this right here. This is what we do. So really, y'all get the inside anyway. But this is how we work. We work in tandem. What you think of, I may not think of, and vice versa. And so we move it together. So you see the harmony in it. You see the joy that comes because I'm joyful. Now, this morning about my hair, it was funny because I didn't know you was in the house. But I was pacing up and down the hallway, and I'm like, I don't like it. I don't like it. I just don't like it. And then I look up, and it was like, Faye's here. Okay, go in the bathroom, figure out what you're going to do to your hair, make it work.
And I was just like, she'll make it work.
She'll make it work.
That's what I said.
But these are the things that we do to elicit joy and happiness within not our individual selves, but as a married couple and as a family. Because what we really do, and when we're laughing and when we're having a great time, it actually trickles down onto our kids. And then you see them play better. You see them laughing. You see less fighting. You see less tension because they see it here. And that's the benefit of us being able to share what we do, because people then get an insight of, oh, okay, it's really not, the grass is greener. They're just taking care of their grass.
Yeah, so it is.
And if people really look at it that way, instead of saying, well, I wish, or he gonna step out, or she gonna do this, and who they think, if you look at it as, I'm going to put the seedlings down, I'm going to water my grass, I'm going to trim and nurture, pull all the weeds or treat all the weeds, then you don't have this bitterness and negativity and things like that. But as believers, we read it this morning. We got to walk the path. Mm-hmm. Mom said it best. When I saw that, I was like, man, I think it was Hebrews 4:12? I think. Hold on, I got to find it. Give me a second. Because I was like, man, this is really good. And this is how it came to me. Hebrews 12:13, when it says, mark out your straight path for your feet so that those who are weak and lame will not fall but become strong. And in that, what we do is we are paving the path. Mm-hmm. So if we have a righteous marriage, then people that don't know how to walk the path, we are carving out, and all they got to do is follow our footsteps because we're walking ahead of them and then they're following us.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. We might pause and stop, but the footprints are still there because we're creating the path for others to walk on. And that was how it kind of hit. It plays into this. It plays into a lot of things. So when we do gatekeep, and if we never share that we're happy in our marriage, or that our marriage is going well, or that it is a godly marriage, and we're doing all of these things, if we never share that, then we don't give others the opportunity to see that, oh, you know what? This is possible for me.
Yeah.
And so that's what we do have to do. And like I said, you don't utter every single thing that goes on. You know, I might say, well, why are you tired? Well, because I had to be a wife. That's, like,
right.
So these are just things that, oh, my bad but these are things that we do, is that we make sure that we create the intimacy, because at the end of the day, you always say this, the kids will leave the house. And when the kids leave the house, what do we have and what are we going to do?
Yeah, I don't want to get to re-know somebody that I've been living with the whole time.
That part.
That's just stupid.
Like, he knows I'm going to cut my hair. What might change is what I'm eating. I might be vegan, pescatarian, vegetarian. I don't know what I am. But that might be the only thing that changed. And my hair.
As they say on Color Purple, I'm here.
I ain't going to do it. I was here.
But let's give some people something to close out as we close out. What can you tell somebody who is gatekeeping? And then what can you tell somebody who's looking in the gate at the person who's keeping?
Ooh. Okay. To the person that is gatekeeping, or to those of us who gatekeep, there are certain times and certain situations where we do need to share. We do need to be able to provide hope, because I know just personally, there are young couples that need the guidance because they are literally doing this thing solo dolo. They don't have model marriages that are where both couples are believers, and they're walking this thing in a godly and upright, righteous way. And so as believers who are married, we do have to be very mindful of showing people the way of how to do marriage in a godly manner. Because at the end of the day, it's not us that we're lifting up. We're still lifting up God. And God said man and woman. Mm-hmm. So we have to remember those principles of, okay, who is our marriage glorifying? It should be glorifying God and not each other. As a wife, am I doing everything that I need to do? As a husband, is my husband doing everything that he needs to do? Am I following the order? These are some of the things that we have to look at if we are gatekeeping. And then if we are gatekeeping, we have to ask, is it a full gatekeep? Is it partial? And why? What's our rationale behind it? To someone looking into the gate at the gatekeeper and like, help, somebody say something. Be open and ready to receive. So when someone does share and say, hey, baby, you might be having trouble or this may be going on, it's not going to always be good. So know that as you're looking in, don't just look at how how much upkeep the place has, how elaborate it is. Know that they worked and probably still working to keep things, I'll say tidy. Mm-hmm. And don't be envious of that, but ask questions. Get the gatekeeper to open the gate. If you at the gate, ask questions. Like you just mentioned, you don't like school, but you love learning. Well, the only way you can really learn is if you start asking questions. And what we have to get over is there are literally really no dumb questions.
Yeah.
Put yourself out there and say, hey, I don't know how to do this. Can you help? And that's what we have to learn how to do, because think about it. If we would have did that earlier on, we could have saved ourselves 2, 3, 4 years.
Oh no, we never talked though.
Right. We didn't talk. We didn't want to. Well, I ain't really want to talk.
Talked.
Oh, talked.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. TAUTO. That talk. But this is where, I didn't really want to talk then, TALK.
Which is crazy because we talked the whole life.
We talked all the time.
Go ahead.
But it was because I had to but it was because we weren't taught how to deal with conflict. So those are some of the things that you can do if you're standing at the gate and you're looking in. Don't be afraid to ask the questions. Don't be afraid to admit it's not going how you thought it should go, because you never know. The gatekeeper may be gatekeeping because no one is asking. What do you have for?
I would say to the people this: get your life right. Nah.
I'm not dealing with you today.
For the people who are, I would say, what would you say? Gatekeeping or not gatekeeping?
Gatekeeping or not gatekeeping.
You know, if there's no instructions out here, how can people be happy? You know, if they don't know that you're happy, how do they know what happiness look like? If there's no model way of how to be married, have fun, have a righteous family, a righteous way of living, then who's going to show them? The world is going to show them. And then you can't be mad if they say in your comments or to you that, yeah, right, it's not going to work, because nobody's teaching them that and showing them that it does work. And you can't have the fear of, what if it don't work? I think a lot of times we have that fear. What if I say this?
And it don't work.
And it don't work. I don't have that fear because it's like, look, long as I'm loving my wife unto God, I don't care what nobody say. I've learned the art of loving your wife unto God, not unto her satisfaction. Because if I live for her, she's different. She changes. But if I love unto God, 9 times out of 10, when I say something and we talk about it, it gets handled in a way where we both come to understand. We have a understanding of each other. We understand that we're both strangers. We're still strangers.
Still strangers.
I don't think nobody like you understand. Like, you're forever with a stranger until the day you die.
Yeah. Because things change.
Things change. Men change 5 years. Women change. No, women change 5 years. Men change every 10 years. So it's always a change, and you got to be aware of that change. But if people don't know that, how can they know that that exists? And for those who actually want help and you're seeking for something different, you know, it just like when you go to McDonald's or whatever place you go to and you put your order in, you're expecting whatever you ask for, right? So that means you need to go to somebody who's seasoned and put your order in so that they can give you the proper instructions on what to do and how to handle things.
And your order is done with fidelity.
I'm trying to tell you. Because it's personalized for you.
Yeah,
this is not a one size fit all. This is a personal thing.
Right.
Like, this is an individual. If a marriage is not working, 9 times out of 10, it's individual. The individuals have to learn how to work collectively.
Yeah.
Together.
Yeah.
Within this one space. And it doesn't matter crazy part, it doesn't matter how big your house is, you still have to learn how to work in that one space.
In that one space.
Because that one space, it may be like 15,000 acres. But when it comes to you and your wife, it's right there.
It's right there.
And that's what you have to work out of. That's what you have to learn to not survive in, but thrive in. And that goes with getting up under people who are seasoned up. Even with us, we taught the seasoned people. Like we got to where we at. Why we're happy to where we at? Because we're up on the seasoned people who don't mind calling us and like, hey, I need to deal with you. Hey, Mo, you didn't do X, Y, Z. This is this. Diff, you didn't do this. Like, we got people who call us out on our stuff.
Yeah.
Like, and then we're willing to listen. Not only listen,
but implement it.
I tell my son, like, listen with your ears, not with your triggers. Put your triggers away, and then start really listening so you can have a better relationship.
Yeah, that's good.
That's what I tell him. I ain't gonna say it no more.
Listen, people.
So we thank y'all for tuning in.
Thank you.
We're back at it. You know, slowly getting back into the swing of some things. You know, drop the one review. This right here is dropping. It's a few more things that's gonna be dropping. We love that y'all are reaching out to us and saying, hey, do this, do that, do this, do this. We love this. We got a few guests that will be on too.
Yeah.
Working on a few guests that'll be on the Mo and Tiff podcast.
Yeah.
And stay tuned for the next Made Over podcast. That's going to be fire too. 9 times out of 10, I have this same shirt on, so just let you know, I don't care what people think about me.
Called bat shooting, people. We don't have time.
Look, you gonna get this work in this shirt or in another shirt.
About to say we might need to do a food review.
We family right about
That's
now.
it.
Y'all should be like, yeah, that Uncle Mo or that cousin Mo right there.
That cousin Mo right there.
You see me? So look, we appreciate y'all. Bae, anything you want to leave people with?
Just be encouraged. You know, what you see in the world and on social media and on TV, it may not be real, y'all. Be mindful of what
grass green stuff.
Yeah, that grass green stuff, y'all. Sometimes that grass ain't for real green. It's artificial or it's turf. Yeah. So keep that in mind and be encouraged. Seek wisdom.
Yeah.
If you guys ever need anything, hit us up.
Yeah, we're working on a course right now. And,
DM us on all the socials, inbox, all that wonderful
jazz.
We'll
try to get back to you.
We'll try to get back to you.
If it's real, we'll get back to you.
Yeah.
You know, appreciate all the love, though. I love you all all this time. Keep God first.
And the rest will be added.
And remember, we love you.
Yep.
One of the greatest loves I'm going to show you. He says, for I knew you in your mother's womb. So before you were even formed, he knew you.
Why are we allowing the world to overtake us? Overtake us in our thoughts, overtake us in our values, overtake us in morals. If he's chosen all of you individually, all of us individually, then why are we allowing the world to dictate what we do?